Hello everyone, how you all doing? We have got a background good. Every time the background is a little bit, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Microphone is also dipping for no particular reason. Not sound wise, literally. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. I'm tired for a change. I like it, but I don't have reason to fret. Yeah, I like the stabby duck. I suppose really it's a good sign of our community. We don't need the stabby duck emote like we maybe could have at the start. But hey everyone, hey Ozzy and Woody, thank you for being first Woody, and thank you for being second Ozzy. And hey Hannah, and hey Ananda, how are you all doing? But yeah, I love the cuteness of a stabby duck, but I know what you mean yeah. I don't know, I think I have kind of affection towards the stabby duck because it was the first ever emote we had on the channel. And it probably doesn't necessarily have a role anymore because long term I'd like to switch everything to mouse and bear. But I don't know. It's nice to keep hold of the old favourites, I guess, as we're thinking. But how are you doing? How was your week? Did you do anything good and interesting? Stabby mouse. Yeah, out of the two, mouse is definitely the one that would be the stabby one. Mouse has been known to guinea pig bites are not like other animal bites. They're proper kind of, oh, you have nibbled my finger, I see. But mouse can be a little bit, she communicates if she's annoyed about something and you haven't taken the hint already. She will communicate it through, I'm going to nibble your finger now. Which is kind of rare for guinea pigs. Guinea pigs don't tend to do that. Mouse has always been a little bit nippy. But to be fair to her, it's usually because I pushed my luck with her. Like when she was really little, it was usually because, hold on, to set the tone, I do have to keep an eye on whoever is at the door at the moment. That's fine. We have scaffolders on the way, but won't be a problem from in an hour's time because my mum will be available. But at the moment, neither of us are available for if they turn up. But anyway, yeah, when Mouse was little, she'd say if you held her for too long and you kind of, like I say, it's my fault. You'd ignore the signs of she was getting a bit wriggly and a little bit, I want to go now. She would occasionally bite. But like I said, guinea pig bites are not like if you're getting bitten by a dog or a cat or anything. They don't really have a muscle strength in their jaw to actually be a problem. But anyway, tangent aside, how are you all doing? But yeah, I think if we had a stabby guinea pig, it would have to be stabby mouse. Bear does not bother. Bear's reaction to any kind of trauma, and when I say trauma, I mean things like being picked up. Bear's reaction is to squeak the place down as if she might as well just be going, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to squeak at you very aggressively so you know I'm not happy about this. Why have I got protein powder on my hand? Anyway, yeah, so how's everyone's weeks going? Mine has been very, very busy. It's my big work project is due Monday. I'm on top of it. I've only got 4,000 words to go, which is pretty good going. But I'm kind of drained. It's taken quite a lot. I've done a lot of working into the evenings. I haven't had much free time, to be honest. Yeah, it's taken quite a bit out of me. As a good example, also, I discovered how we all sit at our desk, not particularly well, our posture kind of goes and we get complacent and go, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Well, it turned out, I kind of messed up. I went to the gym today, did a deadlift, was fine for the first set, my warm-up set, halfway through my second set, which was still kind of a warm-up set really, and then felt a sharp pain in my side, not my spine. Spine was fine, spine was doing good, but kind of the side of my back. And I couldn't work out what I did. I mean, it was to the point where I couldn't do any more deadlifts. I tried after a bit of a break and I couldn't do another one. And then I thought, at the time I was my form was okay. That wasn't too heavy. I was good. My trainer just went, these things happen, but take a break from deadlifts for a while. And I think he was a bit, quietly thinking, she kind of got her form slightly wrong and I didn't notice. And then I was saying to him, no, I reckon it's because I've been sitting awkwardly the whole time I've been working. And then I got home a little while ago, sat at my desk in the usual way I do, and immediately felt the pain in that side, and then thought, yeah, I was right. I've screwed it up from sitting at my desk wrong lately. And obviously the deadlift was the tipping point. Hey Bib, no worries. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you for a little bit, Bib. Get that gamer posture. Yeah, my gamer posture is bad. So at the moment, I'm trying to sit better. I also have a cushion on my back because it's also a tad sore. It's kind of a knotted muscle at the moment. It's not the end of the world. I mean, given what I could have done, I'm kind of okay with that. Sometimes I sit like an ancient prawn at my desk. Yeah, that's kind of me. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm like some kind of hunchback. Yeah, I do not sit well, and I know I should. A little part of me is using an excuse at the moment. I'm kind of squashed with my setup, but ultimately it's just me being lazy. And hey Guna, thank you for the watch streak. How are you doing? Yeah. Funny enough, I just realised on my phone, my trainer, because as soon as I realised my desk was the problem, I told him, and then he's immediately texted and told me to stretch. And I'm there going, yeah, I'm going to have to set a timer or something. Because when I get in the zone of writing, I do not stretch. And it is probably not doing my back any good. My job is moving crates of fruit and veg. Too much heavy. Oh, that must be rough, Ananda. I mean, that's the thing. I'm talking from a bit of a privileged position. Yeah, my job doesn't involve heavy lifting. All I have to do is sit at a desk properly. That shouldn't be that hard, should it? Turns out we're all lazy. Yeah, Nando, it must be rough. I mean, I've never worked in a supermarket, but well, it sounds weird. When I worked in Blockbuster, it was more physical than you would expect because you were carrying very large boxes of popcorn a lot of the time. And also, as I think I've said before, you used to balance. We'd all have a competition to see how many DVDs we could carry in a tower and put out on the shelves. And the key thing is, you'd also have to squat. So my legs were so strong back then because I'd be trying to. My average was about 25 DVDs in a tower, and I'd still squat down to put all the DVDs away. And yeah, the funny thing is, yeah, you have the danger element. At Blockbuster, the thing is, every rare once in a while, and I still remember the one time I did it, somebody would lose their balance and they'd drop all 25 to 30 DVDs, and the noise would reverberate throughout the entire shop. And it was a pretty big shop. It was the kind of noise that meant everyone stopped dead and looked exactly at where the noise was coming. And it would be the most embarrassing thing in the world. And then obviously you'd have 25 DVDs scattered everywhere and you'd have to go pick them up and you could. Oh, the shame. There was nothing quite like it. And then you wouldn't learn. You'd pick up another 25 DVDs and think, I'm not going to drop them this time. I don't recommend shame as a valuable teaching, a valuable way of learning stuff, because that will be a very boomer-esque level of education. But, yeah, I mean, it taught you to not drop stuff. What about as a wank? Yeah, that could work, yeah. I'm pleased you've gone straight into unhinged right away. Yeah, how has everyone's week been? Because mine's been quite. It's just been a lot of work, and it is starting to affect my mood. It always reaches a point. Last night I just felt really down and miserable and negative, and I'm still kind of fighting it off. I needed a good gym session this morning. I didn't quite get it. I got a wrecked one. But yeah, today after this, I'm not going to do any work. I have told myself I'm going to have to catch up with. I need to do some tomorrow and at the weekend. But today I need that time off. That would be like being in a cafe and breaking a cup, which I've done. Ooh, yeah, I bet. Yeah, I would not like that. Yeah. Anyway, I haven't really got a plan for the stream. Usually, particularly lately. Hey, Measure of Hope, how you doing? Yeah, usually lately, I've had a rough idea of what I want to achieve in Stardew. And I have to admit, I've been busy enough the last couple of days. I haven't really come up with any plans. So, we're going to have to wing it, basically. Also, there is, as mentioned, Random Island, okay. There is a slim chance that I'm going to have to vanish at some point to let some scaffolders into my garden. Not a euphemism. And they can start doing things. Because hopefully the roof's going to start getting fixed soon. Oh, we have a prize ticket. We're definitely going to go to Lewis's end. But yeah, I think this stream's mostly... It's not going to have a specific focus. We're going to wander. I mean, we got things to do, but we're mostly going to wander. We might do some skull cavern stuff. What could that possibly be a euphemism for? It feels in the right circles, if you say anything about letting anyone into anyone's garden, yeah. It's been fun lately on Twitch every time I've told people I've mowed my lawn. You learn a lot about a person from how they react to that. Things go around pretty nicely. But chat, what are you playing tonight? Are you playing anything exciting? Away from stream, I've played a bit of Slave Spire 2. That's kind of been it. I did catch like 30 minutes of WoW Classic the other day. And that was actually really good fun. Because the nice thing with WoW is you can actually achieve quite a lot in a very short space of time. My plan when I finish the work project on Monday, Tuesday is going to be a nothing day really. In theory, Wednesday, the electrician is coming round to do some stuff in the future stream room. I say in theory, I have a feeling they're ghosting me. And then Thursday, I'm off to London for a couple of days. So, I'm getting there, nearly there. Currently playing Slave Spire 2 in another one. Good choice. I'm really enjoying Slave Spire 2. I'm very bad at Slave Spire 2. Like, really bad at Slave Spire 2. I still haven't actually completed a run. But it's not I don't usually play deck builders, so it's a relatively steep learning curve for me. Also, every now and then somebody will be kind enough to go, it's a pretty hard game, so that's fair enough. But it'd been good fun to play in downtime. I kind of played it for about an hour in the evening on my Steam Deck, and it's been a good job. Oh, okay, our fence is not... That's not really a fence anymore, is it? That's just rubble. We better prioritise that. It's a very hard game. It is. But it's not off-puttingly hard, because some games are so hard that you just think, oh, I can't be bothered. You know, what's the point? But for some reason, I still keep wanting to play more. Even though I'm effectively playing the same thing over and over again. You jump in between Zomboid and Noita. I don't know Noita. I know Zomboid. I've been wanting to get into Zomboid for a very long time. I remember Spoofy gifted it me one Christmas, and it wasn't last Christmas. I think it was for Christmas before. And yeah, it looks like it's got such a steep learning curve that that's kind of a bit that slows me down. But I think I could probably love it. I had a practice go on Super Battle Golf earlier, and then it made me want to play Peak, so that's what I'm doing right now. I like that. I need to also play some... Watch? There you go. Some Super Battle Golf, because all I've done is installed it, and I basically know nothing. Stone. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make some stone walls. And again, I have to keep checking the doorbell. because one day scaffolders will arrive, so I apologise. But also, I live somewhere where loads of people walk past. Stone. There's my stone. Stone. Thank you. That had a lovely, satisfying noise. Just saying. Oh, need to sort that out. Hold on. I'm gonna have to remove what's already here too. It did last a while. I think it lasted like a season or so. Maybe longer. Good job, pig. You found another truffle. I wonder, could we make it so they just coexist? That might work well. So rather than having a separate pen, we do it here. Yeah, that kind of worked. Super Battle Golf looks fun. I've seen someone playing with a heap of friends. One streamer had a 16-player play round, which is not recommended. No, I thought it was 1 to 8. Still, why not be ambitious? Welcome back, Ozzy. How you doing? How has your week been? Hold on. We've got mediocre exterior design by me today. There we go. They can all live together. That'll work. We'll tidy up those trees at some point. Although maybe they'd like snuffling around them. I don't know. Make some more. First thing people mod in these games is a player cap. Peak games with modded player cap always end up frustrating because there just wasn't enough food and the spawns weren't adjusted. Like, I've only played Peak with 3 people. No, 2 people. I was the other person. Because I played it for my birthday with Spoofy and Craft, and that was good fun. I kept meaning to go back, and then I haven't. AKA a boring anecdote. Ooh, let's open that so we can still get home. Actually, why are we... No. We're overcomplicating it. They don't need that much room. They might do. But they're not going to get it. Yeah, not bad. I think that's everything. Along with everyone else I knew who played it, I ran into a wall with a new jungle biome. They added being too punishing and never played... Oh. I think I just played... Is there just like a basic biome? Because that's probably what I played. I don't remember there being a debate as to what we were going to do. I do remember Spoofy knew everything about it. So she was our guide. And she was probably somewhat exasperated by me and Craft and going, what about if we do this? No. Oh, well, we did, and now we've fallen. Your mum's a basic biome. Hey, Jackie, how are you doing? Hey, Wicked. I fear I've messed up because I'm doing my very first playthrough of this game, and I chose the map that has no room and rivers everywhere, and my farm is so smushed. Also, hi. Yeah, I think I know the one. It did look... Yeah, I didn't choose that one. I went for this one that's just kind of a basic one. But your one sounds like it could be a lot of fun. There's no choice. There's one series of biomes predetermined for 24... Oh, okay. We must have had a nice one there. I say with no reference point, but I don't remember it being crazy awful. My poor chickens, cows and goats are basically on top of each... Oh. That doesn't sound ideal. Yeah, I hear. I am far from a Stardew expert. That's probably where I would be lazy and I just restart and choose a different map. So I just chose kind of the basic farm map. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, the beginner-friendly one. It's going well, Jackie. We finished the community centre last stream. And we also finished the boat, so we can go to Ginger Island. And yeah, there's a lot has been opened up. I think today, probably not going to focus too much on anything because I have a slightly sore back and I'm tired. But there's definitely a lot of potential in terms of what we can do. I've considered, I'm so bad at fishing, so like having my rivers around was a silly choice. Get a mod. I spent a long time trying to get on with the fishing, and I hate the fishing. And I realised it was putting me off playing the game. So I just downloaded a mod that basically skipped fishing. Some people would say it was cheating, but ultimately it meant I got to enjoy the game more. I love the fishing so much. I'll quietly judge you, Jackie. But no, that's fine. There are people in the world who do like the fishing. I think it's very, you either love it or you hate it. That seems to be. I have yet to find anyone that goes, it's okay. Oh, you're playing on your phone. Oh, no mods. Oh, yeah, that's going to be annoying. I always knew there was something wrong about you. I too love it. Yeah, see, everyone understands Jackie now. Hey, Bernadette, how are you doing? Thankfully, the game allows you to, at any point you like, abandon the folly of rebuilding a community centre and following Joja Core for good end. Goon has gone full capitalist. They started out, you know, a good, worthy person who deserved, yeah, good things. And now they've just gone full capitalist. Can't cheat in a single game. Yeah, true. Because ultimately it's all just down to whether you enjoy the experience. Just checking an ad one. And that was the thing. I mean, for a while, I think I played this for about 20 hours without a fishing mod. And then I got to a point of just thinking, I like everything about this game, hate the fishing. And that's when you realise it's okay to cheat. On that note, let's catch some albacore. Can't remember if albacore are river or sea. But we got good luck, so we might as well find out. Okay. It really is. I have it on PC too, and I was already like, okay, if I start over, I need this mod, this mod, this mod. Yeah, I think it's the way. I mean, I've only got a few different mods installed on this one. Just one that means if I look on my map, it tells me the locations of everyone at any point. And one to get rid of the fishing, as demonstrated. And another one that sort of gives you information like how much things sell for, that kind of stuff. I don't want anything too kind of... I don't want to change the game too much, but stuff like that, they're just easy. Yeah, because like that map one, I don't want to have to wander around not really sure where everyone is. I just want to be able to go, oh look, Alex is over there. Okay, let's head over that way. It just makes life so much easier. And I don't think, it's not ruining the game in the slightest. It's just useful. Maybe albacores of sea? Might be daytime too. So where the heck are you? Then I miss them because they go inside and lock the door by 5. Yeah. They get to say 7 PM and go, that's it, I never want to speak to anyone again until tomorrow. And then you think, I missed my opportunity. At that point, you should just play Fields of Mystery. I can't go back to Stardew. I am definitely going to play Fields of Mystery. I don't know if when we get to the point where I feel like I've streamed enough of this, I don't know if I'm going to go straight into Fields of Mystery. We might play something in between just to kind of break up the farming. But yeah, I think I got to play Fields of Mystery. What do we gain? A little bit of XP. Okay. Because I did, about a year or so ago, I played a little bit of Fields of Mystery, just off stream for about 30 minutes, so no time at all. I did really like it, and it was back when I couldn't get into Stardew, and I immediately thought, I could like Fields of Mystery. It was a little bit more accessible at the start. Hey Sanguru, how you doing? Oh, ads are kicking in any moment, so apologies if you get hit by them. No watch gameplay or play. Oh wait, ads get okay. Well, hopefully Guna can explain the difference, and I will in a few minutes. But I think Guna's going to know more than me. Ooh, missed it. Twitch chat decided. There we go. Built-in quality of life and vanilla mostly. Otherwise, at their core, quite similar games. Yeah, I mean, I found starting out with Fields of Mystery. Stardew, it's very, here is a game, what do you want to do? And I was there going, this is very sandboxy, and I'm not a fan of sandbox games, overall. There are obviously exceptions, but I need a bit of structure to my sandbox games. And the start of Stardew is very overwhelmingly, what do you want to do? And then I just go, I don't want to do anything, that's effort. Oh, there's an albacore. So yeah, Fields of Mystery, I felt like it started you off better. Fields of Mystery, village interactions are far deeper and more interesting. Because yeah, Stardew is pretty shallow on that front. It's going okay, just processing documentation in work. That doesn't sound like the most interesting of jobs, but I suppose at least you can kind of, it's a good job to focus on. Yeah, kind of hyper-focusing. So I hope it's going okay. I'm bored of the villager interactions in Stardew already. Yeah. I get that. It's very... The interactions in Stardew can get a bit clinical. I love the cutscenes, don't get me wrong on that front. The cutscenes are really nice where you feel like you've made a breakthrough. But then they can get a little bit... Hi, here's a gift. I'll see you tomorrow for another gift. Number one best thing, seasonal events don't shut the whole damn game down. Oh. I think that one thing is selling it to me. And make it so late when you're done. Yeah, what is up with that? I don't think I could enjoy either of it. That's fair. I mean, before I streamed Stardew, I tried playing it so many times off stream, and I got bored, and I wanted to play something else every time. But on the stream, it goes very well. Because it gives me that little bit of extra interaction rather than playing it on my own and then getting bored. And crucially, getting very easily distracted. Keep albacores. Yeah, we can give us up 8 tomorrow. Well, we're nearly out of ads, so I can actually talk to everyone in a moment. Decent bit of money. Hey, we're back. Are we back from ads? Okay, Twitch has given me 2 different things, so it's gone. There's a few more seconds to go. No, they're around. Anyway, welcome back from ads. I was going to say, I pretty much agree with everything Guna said about Fields of Mystery. Also, as my... Hey, Spoofy! How are you doing? How's your week going? How was the rest of Windrose last night? I lurked a bit. I had loads of work to do, and then I got really tired, so I wasn't really around much. But it looked fun. It looked really hard too. Yeah, who was it that said, yeah, seasonal events don't shut the whole damn game down and make it so late when you're done with it. Oh, I know. What is up without a Stardew? Because the moment there's an event, that is it. And you can go to the event at 9 a.m. and spend like 2 minutes there, and then you end it and it goes, oh, it's 11 p.m., go to bed now. And you're invariably left there with full energy, thinking, but I wanted to do something. You just told me it was a lucky day, and now I can't go fishing to get this rare fish I've been going for. And that is an annoying one. I am entirely with that. The mystery of devs did me so dirty there. They put a dateable character in front of me who's a pastoral noble soft boy who likes reading and desserts and invited me to his archaeology club. Could not have been more laser targeted at me. And then they went and made the dragon dateable and I can only marry one. I love that. See, that instant description. I don't want to be mean on Stardew. I really, really like Stardew. And I have no doubt when I play Fields of Mystery, I'm going to go, oh, that doesn't quite work. I like the sound of those stories in Mystery and More. They sound really... There's more going on there than here's George. He likes leeks and he hates everyone. Windrose was so much fun. Combat was rough, but I don't want to play so much more. Yeah, I saw a bit of a combat. It looked very Souls-like. I'm not good with Souls games, but I did like the look of it. I can't buy any new games at the moment for a while, so I can't like it that much. But it did look a lot of fun. It looked like you and Morgan had a really good time too, so that's good. Just swapping batteries. Thank you, Mouse, for just randomly kicking me out of Twitch chat. There we go. But yeah, Windrose is definitely something I want to... I will at least watch a lot of streams of. I don't know if I'll get around to buying it. What we got? Hey, Evelyn. Hello there, dear. I hope your farm's doing well. I'm sending you a little something from my kitchen. I hope it didn't crumble in the mail. She gave us cookies. I love it when she sends us cookies. We have blackberry wine. The wine has reminded me of something I discovered on my last stream and I've forgotten what it was. Oh no. There was something we could unlock, but we had to give a huge amount of stuff, kind of rare stuff. I remember there was a dinosaur egg. And there was a bunch of other stuff. Where was it I had to go? I'm sure they needed wine. I might have to cheat in, well, I'm going to have to Google what we're looking for. It was definitely for something. What was it used? It wasn't. See, this is why I need to write stuff down. Chat, does anyone know what I'm talking about? You can tell me, because I can't remember. It was some kind of thing where I unlocked a new bundle that was going to unlock something else. I remember Hannah said, oh, it's going to be really interesting, and now I can't remember anything about it. I know this is vague. I wasn't listening. Thank you. That's fine. How are you doing? I hope you managed to also get... It was being the old thank you measure. That was it. The old Joe Jamart. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah. Cool. We'll go there and I'll have a look. And I will get reacquainted with what I was doing. Hope you managed to also get some time for yourself apart from what... No, I didn't yesterday. No, well, I got an hour before bed. I don't know if that really... I mean, that's just... I don't know if that really counts properly. But no, yesterday was very full on. Today, though, after the stream, I'm not doing anything. My mental health was not doing so well last night, and I knew it was... I was at least able to be aware that I was too tired, and I'd worked a bit too hard, and I was a little bit burnt out. And so today, I decided after the stream, I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I'm gonna relax later. But I'm okay. I'm just a bit. I'm stressed. It's just it will be nice when my work project is done, and I'm nearly there. But I think it's kind of taken a toll on me because I've got 4,000 words to do. And how many words have I been doing? Like, so far I've done about 20,000. So I am very nearly there. But yeah, I'm a little bit tired. Oh yeah, some self-care. Some days of a potato. Yeah, that's going to be the plan after this, because, yeah, it means I'll have to do some work at the weekend. But that was pretty much a given anyway, because sadly I'm not a robot, so I was going to need a bit of a rest. But I think a little bit lately I haven't fully rested. I've kind of gone, well, I'll have an hour off, and then I'll get on with this. And that's not really proper rest, is it? Oh, that's crumbled now too. I see how it is. But yeah, today, after this, nothing. But it will be, I mean, as the perfect example of my mental health and also perfect example of what it's like to be freelance. My problem was last night, I'd obviously, I've been doing all this work, and then I thought, I haven't got any other work lined up after. So after Monday, I had barely anything to do, and then I immediately started stressing about money. Which I think is a natural thing, but it's the perfect example of what it's like to be self-employed and freelance. Because what happens is, you stress when you have too much on, and then when you don't have anything on, you go, oh crap, I'm going to work, what do I do now? And that was the thing. It was, my brain was going a bit too negative last night. Rather than recently, well, like a week ago, when I was in the midst of a project, I was thinking, well, when the project's done and I have nothing to do, I'm going to embrace that. I'm going to enjoy having less. And actually, I'm going to use that time to try and do some things for the stream, because the stream has had to take a slight back seat. But it was, it felt very good to think, right, I'm not really going to do anything. I could do with a May, it's a bit quieter. And then there I am yesterday going, yeah, but how quiet? That can't be good. So, yeah, it's a complicated thing being self-employed. Do you have any plans when you're in London? I have family I've never met in London. Well, not far. Oh, nice, Ananda. I'm mostly going to be a tourist, because I visited a lot in a work capacity or to meet up with friends. And when I was growing up, we need the inventory. My dad was from London, so we used to go to London quite a lot as a family. And the problem, part of the problem was my dad would always be very, oh, you don't want to do the tourist stuff, because, the tourist stuff is rubbish, because, like we all are for our city, if you know the city well, you're there going, ugh, tourist stuff. So I never did any of the tourist stuff growing up, and then I've just never really got around to it, because I've always been there for other reasons. But I'm going to go be a tourist. I'm in no way a royalist, but I want to go walk to Buckingham Palace, because everyone I know has always walked to Buckingham Palace, and I haven't. So I'm going to go walk there. And then I'm going to look and go, yeah, I'm not really fussed about that, but that was a really nice walk. So that is one plan. Let's keep the albacore. A rabbit foot, we've got to give a rabbit foot to somebody we love, haven't we? Hey, Gemini, how are you doing? And Aurora, enjoy the lurk. I hope you're doing well. How are your travels, Gemini? But yeah, so walking to Buckingham Palace is one thing. And there's a couple of food places I'm hoping to check out. Most of them are going to wander. I wouldn't mind going to some museums, because museums in London are mostly free. So that's quite a nice excursion. My favourite thing to do in every city I went to in Europe was to just walk around normal ass parts of a city where people live. Yeah, it's a nice part. Because when I was growing up, and we went a lot when I was a kid, my dad had a relative who had a flat in Paddington, which if you know London, if you say, oh, they had a flat in Paddington, that sounds really posh and expensive, and like my dad had very rich relatives. That couldn't have been further from the truth, because my dad's relative had a council house flat, which is also, I can't think what would be the other, it's social housing basically. And it was a massive tower block, but was not the best of tower blocks. I think it probably used to be, and then it kind of lost its way, and it was a rough part. But then I got to see a proper bit of London, basically. And it was weird, because you'd walk past this tower block, and then you'd walk around the corner, and you'd get to the really expensive part of Paddington. And it was probably helped me become quite left-wing, if I wasn't already going to be left-wing. But it was really nice to be able to stay somewhere that was kind of proper London. It was near this place called Church Street that used to have a really nice market and a really good bagel shop. And bear in mind, this was the 90s. You did not have good bagels in the UK, and they were very good bagels. Yes, I've got a lot of fond memories. You'll be about when Morgan and I are about. Let me know when you're around Buckingham Palace. We're staying near. Oh, I will, Spoofy. It'd be great to catch you for a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know which day we're going to be, but I will let you know. And I hope you and Morgan have a great time. I hope you've got really cool plans. I walked in Buckingham Palace. It was rather unmemorable, but I still enjoyed it. That's kind of what I'm expecting, Gemini. I don't think... I've seen it a lot on TV, and I know that's not always the case with certain things, but I think in particular with this one, it's going to be, oh, cool, big palace. Anyway, let's walk back. But I want to go for the walk. I think it could be a nice walk. Hey, Miss Rachie, how are you doing? I hope Morgan gets bit by one of the horses. I want to have it on video and use it as a good plan. I want the men in the silly hats to yell at him too. Yeah, I'm going to try and avoid that one. Oh god, you're left wing, Hallie. Damn, I guess I'm out of here. Hallie is a left winger? I'm shocked. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, a lot of my favourite childhood memories are going to London, because I spent so much time in London as a kid. I know, actually, when I met up with Spoofy last month, because my train comes into London Paddington, I remember messaging her and saying, I'm so excited, because I don't know why, maybe it was the lighting or something, it just suddenly made me so excited I was back in London. And I've been to London lots of times since childhood, but there was something about that particular day where it was just, it sounds weird, I felt like I belonged, which I haven't actually felt in a very long time. And it was so nice, and I'm looking forward to having that feeling again. Because, yeah, there were so many fond childhood memories. I mean, some of them were kind of messed up memories. For example, to demonstrate how rough these flats were, one night there was a riot outside. An actual riot with people with machetes and police riot vans and shields and stuff. And me and my mum were in my flat on our own because my dad's relative had to go to hospital that evening, and they couldn't get back into the flat because the police had blockaded them all because of the riot. And the whole time my mum was worried she couldn't lock the doors properly because she could keep hearing people running up and down the corridors rioting. So, yeah, they were weird memories. But, hey, we lived. It was fine. I don't think anyone died, I think. I think it was just a lot of beating up people. To be fair, big palaces and castles are more interesting to me as an American, so since we don't have any of those. Yeah, we have loads of castles here. Castles are not... When I drive to the gym, I drive past only one castle. There's another castle there are castles everywhere. I go to eat at places next to castles. And I have a really good friend who volunteers at another castle. There's a lot. I'm in Wales, Wicked Wit. So next to England. But I was born in England, but I moved to Wales when I was a little kid. So in a strange sort of way, I don't quite belong in either place. So when I come across a little sense of belonging, it feels really good. Let's go find Marnie. It's her birthday. Let's give her a rabbit's foot. It's fine. It was fine. I don't think anybody... From what I remember, because bearing in mind I was about 10, so it's not like people were giving me specific details other than there's a riot outside, don't go too close to the window, that kind of stuff. I think what I remember people saying was it was some kind of fight between two families that escalated a lot. They were really big families, that's what I'm getting at. But I think it was okay. In other dark stories, I don't know if I should keep sharing the dark stories of when I was in London. Bearing in mind I do love London. Where is Marnie? Oh, that way. Cool. You like animals. Here's a severed mammal. That is my concern with a rabbit's foot, yeah. Whenever I visit the other office of my company, they book me a suite in the castle of a town. And I don't know why it's so luxurious, but I'm not complaining. Spoofy, I see, I've never lived in a castle. That is dreamlike. Did they have a riot outside the castle at any point? I have a lot of questions about the rabbit's feet too. Why do they keep growing without the rabbits suffering? I mean, that's good, but I'm also concerned. Yeah, we are there. Okay, so the other... It's not... What kind of is dark? Basically, because of my age, London, when I visited a lot as a kid, had kind of a tail end of IRA bombings that were happening. And I won't get into politics of it all. I mean, ultimately, bombings are bad, regardless of any politics, but IRA and the whole relationship between particularly England and Northern Ireland is a very complicated one. But anyway, it's the tail end of the IRA bombing, so every now and then we'd kind of get caught up in sometimes a bomb scare, sometimes an actual bomb. So stuff like... Bearing in mind, it's my mum and an 8-year-old kid. I can't remember which tube station it was, but basically it was one of the ones that is really, really, really underground. Because they're all underground, but some are a lot deeper and a lot harder to get out of. And there was a bomb scare. And the problem is, when there was a bomb scare, understandably, everyone just flees at speed, gets out really fast. My mum is dealing with an 8-year-old who then chose that moment to totally freak out. And I was too scared to go up the escalator because when I was a kid I really hated escalators. And my poor mum basically had to drag me up the escalator, quietly terrified that there was an actual bomb about to go off. And then she got to the door and they'd shut the doors. They'd closed the underground station. And then she had a hammer on the door. And then some guards noticed and then went, "Oh, sorry, we thought the place was empty." And then she ended up in some part of London that she had no knowledge of. And of course back then we didn't have phones, so she couldn't look it up on an app. And we kind of wandered for a bit, and it was snowing, just to really add to the atmosphere. And we eventually made our way back, and I look back at it as a kind of funny anecdote, and I think my poor mum is still quietly traumatised of going, oh god, that could have been very bad. From what I remember, I don't think it was an actual bomb with that one. I think it was just a bomb scare. There was another time where we got on a bus, and a bus... I can't remember if it was for one... Oh, it was for one just after our bus. There was a bomb, and it did blow up. Was it a bus or was it underground? I don't know. I know it was a very... I can't remember, because again, I was a kid, but I remember it was a very close timing thing. So anyway, so that's my kind of dark moment. But then weirdly it kind of, I don't know, I am very aware of people that leave bags unattended. That's what I'm going to get at now, is kind of a thing. And it's funny, a lot of other people I grew up with were all a bit, oh, it wasn't that big a deal, and it was a bit, no, because you grew up in Wales, it was London was a bit different. Anyway, where are we at? Travels are going well, thanks. I wish I had more energy to take advantage of the time instead of being so tired half the time. Finished up with Beijing and Shanghai, now I'm getting to enjoy the mountains and nature. Ooh, that sounds nice.
Thank you Guna of 1k for gifting a sub Totiok Fiala.
Guna Afona Cave gifted Tyus 4 Hala as subscription.
I am not going to
Guna
pronounce that.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Tyus 4 Hala. They have given 99 gift subs in the channel.
Imagination has rated over with 6
Our day will come, a slogan of Irish republicanism. I love that Twitch allowed that through. Funnily enough, I'm actually all for a united Ireland, because the British Army in particular did some not good things. But on the other hand, don't not blow me up. Hey Raiders! Oh, what a time for me to be talking about blowing stuff up. Hey Mystic Imagination, how are you doing? How was your stream? I saw you were streaming a little while ago. But Gemini, I'm glad it is going well for you. I'm sorry you're so tired. Is it jet lag, or we don't have to go into details, but I'm sorry. At least you're getting to experience a new world. Happy Googling. I kind of saw it and thought I had a feeling I knew what it was. I'm doing well. How about you? I'm doing good too, yeah. I've just been reminiscing about my time as a kid when we visited London a lot. But yeah, how was your stream? Everyone, if you aren't already following Mystic Imagination, give them a follow. They are lovely. It's always good to see you here. If you need a raid and run, grab some food or grab some sleep or whatever you need to do, please go do it. And yeah, if you don't already know me, I'm Helicopter. I'm a variety streamer who mostly plays Stardew. So I'm not really a variety streamer because at the moment I'm playing a lot of Stardew. But in theory, I leap about a bit. In the past, I played a lot of JRPGs and a bit of World of Warcraft. I do miss streaming World of Warcraft. Can I just say how much I love the way you say tube? Ooh, now I'm trying to think how Americans would say tube. Tube? Tube? No, probably not. Espoused a similar theory where the rabbits visit a rabbit battle arena in the night and the foot is the foot of the loser. I think that could be it. Yeah. Hey, 40, how you doing? That's crazy. Glad you're all safe. And yeah, it was an experience. I don't know what it would have been like as an adult. It was probably more stressful for my mum. Weirdly, we still look back at it and kind of laugh at the bomb scares. Because ultimately it was mostly the tail end of anything that was going on with IRA. I think it would have been a lot worse in the 80s and certainly the 70s.
We got ourselves a hype train. We're not going to take it remotes.
We have a hype train chat. I think it is a yap train. But thank you. This is Halley's stream. Aurora is here. But yeah, because it was the tail end of the problems. Just before the Good Friday Agreement was signed, actually. Yeah, that kind of made it better. Where am I at? So much to catch up with. Hey, Rory, I hope the hospital went okay for you. You said it's got a tube. Wait, no chat is moving. Hey, Jezza, how you doing? Part jet lag, part just the reality of aging. I feel that, yeah. I want to visit the UK so bad. I'm jealous of people who are just a short trip away and can explore over. Yeah, it's a good place. I mean, any country is a nice place to see, isn't it? My experience in Belfast last year was quite interesting. The museum's framing the Troubles was clearly going to links to appear balanced, but yeah, absurd levels of propaganda. Yeah, I bet. I mean, I won't get too political, but what a mess. I mean, like a lot of things, why can't everyone just get along and not try and kill each other? And, do all kinds of... I'm not going to get political, but... We said it's okay. I said an American, love my accent. I'm not even Southern, I'm Yorkshire. Northern. Yeah, you're definitely not Southern, Jezza. Where are we at? Chat keeps bouncing. Twitch keeps bouncing around a bit. There you go. The Netherlands is a wonderful place to explore. I would recommend it, wicked. In short, all the violence the British did was great and justified, and all the other violence was very... yeah, I had a feeling that was what it was going to be. To my American ears, you say it kind of like tube, whereas an American accent has a more crisp T, like the number 2. Ah, okay. Like 2 with a B at the end. Tube. Tube. Okay. Yeah, I go tube. Interesting. But yeah, the Netherlands, if you get a chance to go to the Netherlands, Wick, do. I really like the Netherlands. I'm glad to be going back next month for TwitchCon. I'm still hoping I might somehow manage to go back for another few days in the summer. Stuff is expensive, man. I'm trying to get the house fixed. It's costing more and more money, and I can't guarantee anything. But I'm hoping. But at least I'm going to TwitchCon. Crumpets with cheese spread on them. Ooh, nice. Tube is a word that is very susceptible to semantics satiation for me. Okay. I found out something interesting recently. Apparently the word niche was pronounced niche for many years until the 1960s, where for some reason in England we decided to start pronouncing it like the French with niche. That's where it came from. Ah, okay. I have a feeling I pronounce things a little bit weirdly. Because of growing up in Wales, I think it slightly affects how I approach words anyway. My mum kind of jokes that... That's Marnie. Oh, no, it's Elliot. Sorry, Elliot, I misidentified you. Yeah, jokes that when we eventually meet up with some English relatives I haven't seen since I was a kid, she sort of said, they're going to think you've got a strange accent. And it's weird, because everyone in Wales thinks I sound very English, but she's probably right. It's probably going to sound a weird mishmash. Well, not quite a weird mishmash, but it's... Oh, she's not in there, is she? Oh, damn it. Okay, well, we're going to stand around and wait till she leaves. Yeah, I definitely pronounce words slightly differently at times. I'd argue about how to pronounce cache. Somebody's probably going to say cache or something. In ecology, animals still have niches spelled niche. Oh. So many parts of the American accent are actually older British, it just never changed. Well, the accents across the pond did over time. Ah, as Americans pronounce it niche, which is how we originally... Yeah, okay. Marnie, leave the place. What was I... Yeah, you're in Harvey's clinic, aren't you? What are you doing? Having a party in there, or... Oh, there! Quick, get her! Been here a while now. How's your farm? Happy birthday. Have a foot. A birthday gift is very kind of you. I love it. There we go, chat. We ambushed her with a foot. And thank you for the hype train. And thank you, Guna. I totally missed the announcement. Because I'm wondering, is that Guna's 100 gift subs? Because I think it might be. It was certainly coming up and I didn't hear because I got distracted by politics. So I don't know, but Guna, you were definitely very, very close, if not. So thank you. Really appreciate it. That is a ton. Don't fuss about it. Well, I'm going to fuss about it. I'm poor. I'm just grateful for any kind of money. American accents are so diverse. Like Southern versus New York versus Boston versus countless others. I'm in California, but even within California, there are many different accents. Yeah. Because it's the same here, where people say, oh... Yeah, they have an English accent, and you think, nah, there are so many English accents. Like me and Jezza, for instance, will sound completely different. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm looking forward to going to TwitchCon next month, but I have realised it's going to be a bit of a long one for me. Because I've realised, because of various things that I think probably come down to a certain war going on, it's going to be very expensive for me to drive to the airport and park. And I need to pay... Oh, I was going to give Pam the wine. Let's go do that. I need to pay for part of a car rental so my mum isn't carless while I'm gone for a few days. And so basically I worked out it could be about £200 for me to drive a car to the airport, or £40 to take the bus, which automatically sounds like we'll take the bus to the airport. But it means on a Friday morning I'm going to have to take a bus at 2 a.m. for my flight, which is at about 9:30 a.m. and the airport is actually only 90 minutes away. And that's not so bad. Weirdly, I can deal with that. But coming back, my flight gets in like 7:50 p.m. and I can take a bus home, but the bus isn't till 10 p.m. And because, for reasons I don't fully understand, it's going to somehow take nearly 4 hours to get home. So basically, I'm not going to get back to my city till 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. And I can't weigh up what to do, because it is a huge saving, but I'm going to be so tired. And particularly with the Crohn's, I'm going to be wasted for a few days after. So my main worry is if I get too tired from a Friday trip, I'm then too tired for the weekend. But yeah, I'm going to see how that goes. Because I honestly can't decide. It is very pros and cons-ish. I like saving money, but I do also like not being utterly exhausted. I love accents. I love how a place 20 minutes away from me will have a different... Yeah, it's the same here. Particularly where I am. Basically, to the east of me, everyone gets a little bit less Welsh. And to the west of me, everyone gets really, really, really Welsh. And I love how big a difference they can be. Like, hella true, bro. Like, totally. You want to go hit up Taco Truck? I got us some wicked munchies, dude. Like, Gemini's been cool. I have a northern co-worker. If it's anything at all like that. Yeah, well, we're going to have to find out. I'm interested to see what Hannah sounds like, too. It's always cool to hear what different people sound like. My partner and I are flying to Germany over Christmas for his dad's 80th birthday. Ooh, nice. Shortly after we started making plans, some orange idiots started dropping bombs. We're in Australia. Every flight path from here to Europe goes over... Oh, no. Are there alternatives? Or... I don't know how it's... Or are you're stuck? Or is it costing crazy amounts? There you go. We gave Pam some wine. We know what she likes. Let's do some fishing. Expensive, but we booked before the latest price. Oh, that's something at least. Yeah, that's rough. It is a very frustrating situation. Ooh, a chicken statue. Because I mean, I'm mostly affected by rising petrol costs. As somebody who filled up their car the other day, I'm so glad I'm going to London on the train. Because otherwise, going to London would cost... for once, I think it is actually slightly cheaper for us to take the train than drive, which is crazy. But yeah, I think it's also had a knock-on effect from what I've seen of... I don't know, the airport just seems to be charging more for car parking than it has in previous years. And I don't know why, but it's not ideal. So yeah, I'm going to have to weigh up what to do. I remember what it was like coming back from TwitchCon last year. There were a few delays coming back on the Monday, and I remember I was just so tired, and all I wanted to do was get home, or crucially, get back to my car, and just be able to drive home, and it was all nice, and that's the bit that concerns me. I don't think I really want to basically get on a plane at 7:30 PM Amsterdam time, then get back to my airport for 7:50 PM, and then still know that basically that was the easy part of the trip. Know that I'm still travelling for another 6 hours to travel 2 hours at most. I was so glad I booked all my flights well in advance. But the recent one, yeah, Gemini, it must have been, yeah. You got lucky there. On behalf of Americans, I'm sorry for my country's behaviour. Yeah. If it helps, I feel bad for you. I mean, obviously it's affecting the world, but at least... There are other elements that at least, say, being in Britain you avoid. So it looks rough for any American with a bit of sense. I mean, it looks rough for the Americans without a bit of sense, but they're harder to feel bad for. I don't drive, but my train station is shut down for a month while they do track upgrades, which is quite... Ooh, that's a long time. That's not good. See, in the UK, what usually happens is, particularly on a Sunday, they do all the repairs. And then basically no trains go anywhere, you're just on the bus the whole time. I just want Valve to hurry up and release the Steam controller too. I've been using my first one since it came out, and the new one looks so good. I love customising my controls to be more comfortable for me, so I never have to take my thumbs off for camera and movement. It's one of my pet peeves with standard... Ooh, when's it meant to be coming out, Jezza? I'll admit, I have not kept up with it. To be fair, in my last few weeks I haven't kept up with anything that is not web hosting related, because that's what I'm writing about at the moment. $2026. Well, there you go. 4 months down. 8 to go. Oh boy, you're on my web hosting grind. I am. I've done it before. A few years ago I had a different project with a different website. And all I did was write web hosting for a few weeks. And now I'm doing it again. And I shouldn't complain because it pays well. But I'm definitely at the end of my sanity for it. It's weird. These projects tend to go like that. Sometimes I get right about really interesting things, like when I get right about games. And then sometimes it's, we have a large amount of budget to write about web hosting or VPNs. VPNs are a very big thing usually. And that's when you start questioning your life choices. But on the other hand, I like having money, so. Oh, indoor statue, okay. And it might yet come that I do then just think, nah, I want to drive to the airport. Yeah, it's stupid money, but I can loosely afford it. Can you not place? Oh, it's a statue. Oh, maybe Gunther wants it then. I have to admit, I'm not as excited to read your piece about web hosting. Well, that's good, because there's not just one piece. There are 12? 12. So I'm going to send you all the links, and I won't actually do that, because that'll be evil. Imagine if I did. I'm not sending you those links. Nobody should have to read them. I mean, no, nobody should. Hopefully loads of people read them, because then I'll get more work. But also, nobody I know should have to read them. Nobody deserves that in their life. Is anyone else in chat excited for Haunted Chocolatier? Quietly. I can't wait to play it in the year 2040. I feel like Concerned Ape must be feeling a lot of pressure to get Haunted Chocolatier absolutely perfect for perfect launch. His audience are going to be savage. Yeah, I mean, gamers on the whole are such a reasonable bunch that are very understanding about if something isn't perfect. So I'm sure it will be fine. But yeah, I want him to take his time too. I think that's probably the best approach. Because, yeah, people can be brutal online. And to be terribly cynical, is it even possible that it's going to be a bigger hit than Stardew? Is it going to be better than Stardew? Surely, Stardew is lightning in a bowl. And I don't know, it's a hard one to replicate. At some point after Concerned Ape releases Stardew version 8.8, final new, revised 2. Yeah. You'll know he's completely lost his nerve to ever release it once we get dateable. Yeah. I think it'll be a good game. I feel bad for whatever backlash happens. Because I think it's going to be difficult to replicate this. Also, this has had so many updates, right? But a whole load of people are going to compare a brand new game on a game like this, but has had so many updates and revisions and so forth. Maybe he's going to be chill with it because he already has his Magnum open. Yeah, I mean, that'll be a good approach. Because I don't think he can better this, which isn't to say this is a perfect game by any means. But I just think it's going to be difficult to follow up. Also, he might have played Fields of Mystery and realised he should just retire. When I go around streaming Fields of Mystery, if it isn't the greatest game on the face of the earth, I'm going to blame you, Gooner. I'm not going to blame the devs. I'm going to blame you for hyping it up. Concerned Ape doesn't have what... I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it is a really hard thing to follow. And it's going to be more combat-based, so it might attract a slightly different audience from the ones who are more here for farming. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to swap that, didn't I? What? Yeah, which has its own pros and cons, really. I just feel bad for them. I also feel the same for anyone who's working on Grand Theft Auto 6. Because that is going to be horrible. There's going to be a whole bunch of gamers going, how dare it doesn't do this? Why isn't it like Grand Theft Auto 5? But also, if it was exactly like Grand Theft Auto 5, they'd complain. And I think... Well, the best one I've seen so far, Grand Theft Auto 6, is a whole load of people going... the people I try not to be around going, oh, it's gone woke because there's a female protagonist, and you're there thinking, have you noticed things it's done in... I'm not saying Grand Theft Auto is super woke, but it's a bit like the people that say, oh, I used to love Star Trek when it wasn't political. Mystery is okay. It has some very, very tedious grinds. I keep coming back to stuff. That's fair. And hey, Becky, how you doing? All the people who were working on Grand Theft Auto, yeah, those layoffs were, that does not sell it. One of my partner's best friends is working on it. He's not allowed to tell us if it, oh, that's cool though. But yeah, I'm guessing a sniper is going to leap out of a bush or something and kill that person if they say anything about the game. No worries, Mystic Imagination. Thank you for the raid. It's lovely to see you. And yeah, I appreciate you. I hope you have a good time. And see you soon. Hey, Arcaditor, it is going well. We haven't really got a focus today. I'm a little bit low energy today. And I've got a slightly sore back from the gym. So we're just chilling, really. We haven't got a kind of core focus going on. Oh. Let's be super lazy and throw that out. No, nobody needs to see me waste stuff. It's fine. That time when Star Trek wasn't political, during the opening credits of episode 1. Yeah. I'm not the world's biggest Star Trek fan. I used to be, and then there were too many Star Treks. But how could you ever not realise it was political? I've also seen that with The Boys recently, where certain circles have gone, oh, it's gone far too political, and you're there thinking, it was pretty political at the beginning. It was not subtle. I think so. Yeah, it must be a lot of pressure working on GTA 6. I hope it goes well for him. I mean, I'm not the world's biggest GTA fan, but I do enjoy playing them. I'm expecting it to do some things very well, some things not so well, and just generally be fine. Yeah, well, I'm sure I will enjoy it. Will it revolutionise my life? Probably not, but I'm not expecting it to. I hate when games drag politics into things by checks notes, acknowledging the existence of... Yeah. Yeah. There are some not good gamers in the world. Also, there's a lot of people, I think, that just think something is bad because they didn't like it. Not because it's actually bad, but just because it wasn't something they wanted a game to do. And there's a big difference between those two things. You're allowed to go, it wasn't for me, but don't go, this sucks because it didn't do this. Like, yeah, there are loads of games, but I can acknowledge are really good games, but they're not my kind of game. Or is a bad mod because I don't like it. She is a lovely boy. She's the best of mods. In fact, all of my mods are the best of mods. Even Akira, who's currently on a flight and having the time of his life, so we could quite easily get away with going, Akira's the worst mod. people who said the Steam controller was terrible because it wasn't like an Xbox controller. It was never meant to replace your Xbox controller. It was meant to make keyboard and mouse games playable on the couch. Yeah, but that's not allowed. You can't have people relaxing and enjoying their games. They have to do it in a very set way. Oh, how did you were over there. I didn't think you were going to see me. Don't see my dark, dirty secret, Evelyn. GTA 6 is just too hyped for anyone's own. Yeah. I really like GTA 5. I keep meaning to replay it sometime. I completely skipped GTA 4. GTA 4, to be blunt, came out about 2 weeks after my dad died. And I remember some friends at the time bought me a copy of it. And I just couldn't care less. I never played GTA 4. But GTA 5 was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It's probably the one I've enjoyed the most. And have I played all of them? I've only played a little bit of GTA 2. But I played a lot of the first one. Decent amount of the third one. A lot of San Andreas, a lot of Vice City. But 4, yeah, that's the only one I haven't replayed. GTA 4 was fucking awful. There you go. I missed the right one. Maybe that was part of it, because I did try and play it a few times, and then I just didn't really enjoy it. But on the other hand, I honestly couldn't say, oh, there's a walleye. We don't need a walleye anymore, but I'm still kind of homing in on, look, there's a walleye. Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe any time I did try and get into it, I just wasn't in the mood, and it wasn't a good enough game to kind of grab me, and that was it. Let's buy that. It's expensive, but we'll have it. I miss GTA 2. I need to watch your VOD of a video game. It looks so fun. I really enjoyed your Insta post of it. The video game, meaning the one about it, I did wonder. No offense, but I read that and thought, that sounds a bit like something my mum. Actually, no, my mum knows the name of games, but and isn't that old. So it sounded a little bit like something an elderly relative would say of, I need to watch your video of the video game. Okay? Yeah, Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind is really good fun, Aurora. I enjoyed it a lot. Used to love it. I really liked San Andreas too. Also didn't help with the fact they marketed it to casual gamers who just wanted to open a game and start playing it. You can't have casual gamers. Those are not allowed, Jezza. This thing really should have been marketed to controller enthusiasts, as you really needed to dig into the software to get the most of. Oh, that makes sense. GTA 4 was a slog with no charm. It was just a joyless, violent and long game. Ooh, okay, I'm glad I missed it. Sounds like I didn't really miss anything. Oh, wait, no, that's a bit of furniture. I see, okay. Spent way too long in all those GTA games. Barely touched GTA 5. I think I nearly finished GTA 5. I didn't in the end, but it was pretty close going. And I love the opening of GTA 5. I really enjoyed the new Dragon Age, but the online discourse about it is absolutely toxic. A lot of old fans hate it because it's an action game. A bunch of the usual suspects hate it because it's woke. A few really big content creators trashed it because they didn't get a free review copy. And far more people never gave it a chance and hopped on the bandwagon, trashing it because of the previous free groups. Oh. I admit it passed me by, but I absolutely loved the first Dragon Age. Second one was very good. Inquisition I kind of bounced off of. So I haven't played, I can't even remember the name of it, but I do know it because I think I've seen people stream it. Did Drongo stream it? I think Drongo might have. Now I need to make a game called Video. You do, Aurora. True Crime Streets of LA came out at the time GTA 4 came out. They never made it because it seemed like a rip-off of the GTA series, but you were a cop. Having loved the Precinct, I suspect I would probably like that. Which is funny, really, because, you know, I like LA Noire, actually. It's a nice perspective. Or it can be a rare twist of, hey, look, I'm being a good cop. Hey, Grabbles. Hey, J-Luz. GTA 4 was really good, but it suffered from being born in the grimdark realism Gears of War era. Ballad of Gay Tony is positively excellent. I did hear good things about Ballad of Gay Tony. Is that the only expansion pack, or was there another one? Just to sound old, I can't remember. I do vaguely remember, because I remember you could buy it on a separate disc, can't you? I think. This is solely based on my memories of being at Blockbuster. I'm sure I remember it was on a separate disc. I had a fun experience last year when I realised all the times two people I thought were good friends weren't being ironic. Every time they complained about things being woke over the course of Oh no, that is awful, Guna. I've seen a lot of people on dating apps who are very... I mean, at least they put it up front of, oh, I hate we'll get on great if you hate gay... No, they're not quite as blunt as if you hate gay people, but they kind of... I think that's what they're getting at. If you hate woke culture and cancel culture too. And then I thought, well, at least, yeah, we got that sorted out quickly. I know to pass. Imagine trying to explain to casuals what an outer ring binding is. It basically means when you push the stick to top edge. Okay, it turns out I am a filthy casual. You can activate a second input. So if you're using it for WASD, you could map it so when you get to the edge, it would activate shift for sprint. But the software didn't tell you this. You just had to figure, oh, I've just realised I'm old and a very casual gamer. I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, software needs to explain that properly. There's a twin brother to it that featured a biker gang, which was alright, but more dark grimness, which is not exactly what the game did. Yeah. I'm glad that, by the sounds of things, I missed nothing of worth by skipping GTA 4 then. I'd love to see a new game in the Sleeping Dogs series, but sadly, I loved the Sleeping Dogs. That was such a good game. I think I 100%ed that game. That was how much I enjoyed it. It was yeah. I enjoyed that more than any Grand Theft Auto game. But you're right, there's not going to be another one. And Miss Blockbuster too, Aurora. God, I appreciate somebody who's upfront about filtering themselves. Yeah, I mean, at least it saves effort, because you don't have to get to know... imagine getting to know somebody you thought, well, like Guna experienced, where you think, oh, they're nice, and then you go, oh no, you have very different opinions to me, and actually they're not... They're quite destructive opinions. Oh dear. Hey Luminary, how you doing? By the way, chat, we have ads coming up in about 3 minutes. When they kick in, I will take a quick little break to eat a small bag of cookies. And we'll stick words on stream on. Yeah, that was it for my announcement, really. So what do we need? We needed a wine. I wanted to give a wine to Pam anyway. Dinosaur mayonnaise. That's going to be interesting. We do have a prismatic shard. Caviar, void salmon, and ancient fruit. I think sometime in the future I'm going to be Googling. I'm alright. Still waking up. How about you? Thanks to you, game, for the raid a couple of days ago. Oh, no worries, Luminary. Glad to help out. I'm okay. I managed to tweak something, well, pull a muscle at the gym this morning, which is annoying, but it's the first time I've ever injured myself at the gym, which isn't bad going for kind of 6 months of pushing hard at the gym, but yes. But otherwise, I'm okay. Woody is my favourite mod. Woody is amazing mod. Woody best mod. Very important to make sure you find a fellow Guna. God, I'm stand. I will look for a Goober or a Guna. I don't mind. I'm not picky. Well, actually, I am very picky. But that's fine. Oh, thank you for watch streak, Luminary. Yeah, not too bad. It's just... It stopped me getting on with my deadlifts. But touch wood, I think it's just... Kind of a muscle's got kind of knotted in my back. So yeah, no deadlifts for me for a couple of weeks, which is annoying, but it happens. My favourite mod is one that times out crafting and Drongo. I timed out crafting. I I have not timed out Drongo. I've saved him from a timeout. I endeavour to one day be your favourite Gooner. Gooner, you are my favourite Gooner. But my Hinge and Bumble doesn't spread that far. In fact, it spreads like 40 miles at most, and then I start getting lazy and think 40 miles is quite far. Sorry about the back strain. Those are the worst. Rest when you can. Thank you both. It's my own fault. I've been sitting awkwardly at my desk. Oh no, the spreading weeds have caused damage to... Oh, this could be a pain. Yeah, I've been sitting awkwardly too much while I've worked, and I think it has caught up with me. I'm trying to get my posture right. You need to increase your radius to like 3,000 kilometers. Yeah, there we go. Then be fine. A perfect match. Okay, ads are going to kick off any moment. So I'm going to get words on stream on, and then I'm going to stretch my back. Because at the start of the stream, my trainer told me to stretch my back regularly, and I looked and went, yeah, but I've just started streaming, so I'll do that in a bit. But yeah, I haven't moved in an hour and a half, so I'm going to go stretch. You should all stretch too, or you can do some words on stream. Grab a snack while you're at it. 3 minutes of adverts, and then I'll be back for a whole hour. Stretch is good. Yeah. Good plan. I'm going to get up and move around. Yes, good idea. We should all do that. I'm going to stretch my brain with words on stream. Yeah, okay. Let's kick it off, and I will be right back. I'm back. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. How good was everyone at Words on the Stream? That was impressive. And hey, Adam, how you doing? I hope everything's going well for you. Sounds like you've got some exciting times ahead from what I've seen on Discord. So I hope things are going good. I think I also saw a 3-cat dude, and there was definitely somebody else while I was scrolling. I thought, I'm going to say hi to somebody, and now who was it? I think they might have said some stuff and then went straight back into lurk. So I'm not going to be calling out lurkers, but hey, everyone. Everything is going good. I'm glad. That's really good news. Hey, Guna. How you doing? I haven't seen you in ages. So what were we doing? It's a new day. It's a new dawn. And I made sure to have my stretch. I think it kind of helped. I don't think it's not that big a problem. When you have kind of a problem, but also it's not going to slow you down particularly. Just maybe don't do heavy lifts. I forgot to stretch. Oh, Aurora, go stretch. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do any heavy lifting, but it's not the end of the world. I think it is exclusively my body going, don't do any deadlifts for a bit. But other lifting is fine, because weirdly, the rest of my gym session, I still got some PBs. Because it turned out whatever muscle it was I messed up is exclusively just something to do when I do deadlifts. I just sat here eating a fudge. Nice! What kind of fudge? Just regular fudge? Or has it got flavour? Tell me more. I love fudge. I lifted a random weight above my head and put it down. Good job! I also like the idea, it just sounds like you just lifted just randomly something in the air. And now I'm thinking, have you got a cat or something? Have you been lifting a cat in the air? When I work from home, I literally lie on the floor of my office intermittently trim wood. Kinda like that. But when I have my office, I will have enough room to lie on the floor. I might yet do that. Really chocolatey stuff. Ooh, nice. I mean, I suppose at the moment I could just lie on my bed, but that would be a very dangerous thing to do. That's going to end in... Allie hasn't come back. Where did they... Oh, she's fallen asleep, hasn't she? Yeah. When I work from home, I intermittently look at my work laptop for a few minutes. Valid. That's why I love Reformer Pilates. I don't know much about Pilates. I'm probably pretty stacked on the things to do. Like the moment, the last week or so, I've been to the gym 5 times, which is a lot. But not just to lift weights. Also been on my bike a lot. Yesterday, I cycled 20 kilometers in 48 minutes. So I was quite happy with that. I do that too, but not to stretch, just as a coping. That's why I go into the office as much as possible. Very bad habit established during COVID. That's the one thing I dodged during the lockdown. Because I worked from home anyway, so the one thing in my life that stayed the same was work. And actually, work was incredibly successful during that time. Because a lot of companies basically went, hey, everyone's at home, let's throw loads of money at the budget for things online. Which is partly why I can still afford to live now, because I was sensible and I put a lot away for savings. Otherwise, now that the bubble has burst, and I'm waiting for the AI bubble to burst, kind of. I don't think it's going to be quite that magical. Yeah, otherwise I'd be kind of screwed. But yeah, I was lucky at working from home was just what I did anyway. Some milk. 20 kilometres. It was a good... Yeah, I was happy with 20 kilometres. I mean, it's only my second cycle in years, so it was good to know how strong my legs are. After my eye exam tomorrow, I'm hoping to do a 3-mile walk. I don't get out of the house much at all, and it's sorely needed. Oh, I hope you have a nice walk, Luminary. I tend to walk a couple of times a day. I walk about 30 minutes each time, so it usually for me works out as about 6 or 7 kilometres. You're an absolute quadzilla. I am all about the quads, yes. I have pretty good legs now. The downside is my jeans don't fit. There was a time where jeans that were a little bit too tight didn't fit. And then they fit, and now they don't fit because my legs are too big. In a good way. I'm going to get my hat. Okay. I do need to make sure that this hat is the new hat. Arc Editor has redeemed the hat. It's a new one, chat. Get excited. Back on my Pokemon Go shit to encourage myself to... Oh, I like that. Provided the weather is nice, I'm hoping to walk along the sea defences and really give my legs some work. Oh, that sounds really good. Yes, get that walking pad, Aurora. Because if you didn't already see, yesterday Crafton did a stream while using his treadmill, and it was a lot of fun to watch. To be honest, I'm a little bit inspired. When I have the office set up, I might take the walking pad upstairs and then sometimes do some streams on the treadmill, because I might as well get the steps in. Anyway, I'm hoping this hat will actually fit over the headphones. It might not. It just about fits. Oh, but it doesn't really, does it? Hold on. Let's go backwards a bit, because I can't... Is that better? Hold on. Let's do the camera view. Not the sonic drowns! Epic, yeah, I couldn't resist it. When I saw it on Amazon, I just thought, yeah, we got to do that. We do have a photos part of our Discord. Luminary. Here is... Oh, now I've got to pull a cursed Hugo card at the same time. But yes, this was called a Rainbow Squid Pride hat. So there we go. It's got... Yeah, I'm trying to get the bit so it's kind of comfy. I think I need to wear earphones, ideally. But I do like it a lot. Is that all the bits? Yes. It's working because I'm very proud. Thank you, Kuna. Let's move the mic a little bit further. Okay. What if one of these questions is really dark and miserable and somebody's going to talk about something very serious and difficult that happened in their life and I'm going to be there looking like this? It's going to be an interesting juxtaposition. So, here we go. Have you ever become best friends with one of your enemies? No, just, I mean, I wouldn't say I have enemies. I'm not in Lord of the Rings. I don't have specific enemies. There are people I dislike, but I'm not there going, here's my list of enemies who I must destroy. But even in terms of people I don't particularly like, no, I've never become best friends with them, just, no. I have enemies, yes. Okay, well, there we go then. What is... Wait, if it counts, I was best friends with one of my enemies before I knew he was one of my... Actually, yeah, I've had that too, yeah. I've had it that way round, rather than making friends with my enemies. No, I can't think of a time where I became friends with an enemy. I find myself appeasing people who are taking advantage of me in contexts like work, so that's fun. Yeah, I think I've been there too. Welcome back, Sound Guru. Did you have a nice lunch? Oh, no, it is lunch break. What have you got for lunch? Okay, second question. What is your greatest wish for the upcoming year? Imagine if that question was read in like October and you'd think there's not really any time left, but okay. What is my greatest wish? If my house could stop falling apart, I mean, I suppose I should be hoping for world peace. Yeah, I should say world peace. But honestly, I just want my house to stop falling down. I can't really do much about world peace, sadly. I went to Baloo and came back to the most magnificent hat. Thank you, Measure. It's really awkward to wear, but it is... Oh no, it's going to fall. Don't fall. A fucking break. Yeah, I would want a break too. No more migraines for the rest of the year. Oh, fingers crossed, Guna. Making salt and chili chicken wraps. Nice. My wish is for a new stomach. Yeah, I feel that. If I could have a new immune system, that would be useful. I want to go to space. Well, yeah. Maybe not, but maybe. My greatest wish is to meet one of my all-time favourite singers in Bradford next month. Blaze Bayley, formerly of Iron Maiden. He's an excellent solo artist and one of my... Oh, nice. And I'm glad you get to do your wish, because I think sadly a lot of us are there going, this is what I'd like to happen, this is probably not going to happen. I will at least hopefully have a new roof in a couple of weeks. Start date, there we go. Go marry Elon Musk. Finally, this is a big question. It's not necessarily bleak. It's kind of big, though. If you could give one piece of advice based on your experience from the past few years, so not your entire life, just the past few years, what would it be? What would that advice be? I don't know. I mean, it didn't say. Is it meant to be kind of advice to a past you or just general life advice for other people? Because I think there's a difference there. Because I can think of what... Hold on. Try and get this adjusted. I can think of what I would say to past me. I'm not sure what I could say that would impart knowledge to other people. Don't eat yellow snow. That's always good advice. Yeah. Check your poop. That's good too. So taking what Guna says. Poor Guna. But yeah. I would like a new endocrine system, a new joints, and for property prices to plummet into the basement and public transport to free. Oh, I like all of those, Measure. Yeah, Measure's got it right. Not advice, but I would just say everything's going to be okay. I don't know. I think all the things I figured out were best, figured out over time it took me. That's a good attitude, yeah. Because lately, purely on just a me looking back at past me kind of way, I felt that because I was looking at the friendship that went wrong that kind of messed me up that I've mentioned before, and there was a part of me who was thinking, oh, I should have looked and I should have got out of that friendship a couple of years earlier. But on the other hand, there's always that thing where you think, well, the cliche, but you're there going, well, it's made me the person I am, and obviously it seemed like a good idea at the time. So I think it's good to have a kind of confidence in yourself to think, oh, that looks ominous. But things happen when things happen. Enjoy sleep and free time the more and more before you have kids. Yeah, that's valid, J-Liz. We got quite a big terms of service here, chat. By activating this item, the user hereby agrees not to hold Jojo responsible for any damage to life or property. Oh, I forgot to change the scene, didn't I? Never mind. There we go. I was too busy thinking of a Hugo card. If I bore my current soul to my teenage self, he'd call me a oh, that's not a good one. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You can only do what you can do in the moment. So probably weirdly, what I would probably say to me for advice from a few years ago is just relax. It'll work out. Might not work out how you would like it to work out right this second, but it'll be okay. So yeah, kind of like what Hannah said. If I could give general life advice from the last few years, forgiveness is golden. You don't have to forget what was done, and you certainly don't have to accept. Yeah, that's good advice too. So yeah, we've just placed the Joja Mart furniture thingy. It's got a very big terms of service. By activating this item, the user hereby agrees not to hold Joja responsible for any damage to life or property resulting from the use of Joja Thrive furniture. The user is aware that there may be untested plastic materials present in one or more Thrive furniture pieces, and waives any right to hold Joja liable for adverse health outcomes attributable to contact with said plastic materials. The user hereby waives any right to hold Joja liable for so-called shoddy workmanship and agrees for any and all bodily harm resulting from breakage, cracking, powdering, bending, clamping, pinching, impaling, or any other unintended effect of using Joja Thrive furniture is solely the result of voluntary user action. Join us. Thrive. Anyway, we got a bunch of stuff now. It all looks pretty ugly. There's a lot of it, but it's ugly. No, we just bought it. We finished the community centre. I bought it. Where did I buy it? That's a good question. I bought it off a travelling merchant. But I'll admit it was mostly just because I had a lot of money spare and I didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, we'll come back to that. Let's go make some cheese. Oh, we might do a little tour of the music. I like the music. Don't drink it. Place it. You placed it. Good. We're going to see if Gunther wants the chicken. There's almost a good beat in that. Almost. We need to get some more musical pieces. Okay, let's go see if Gunther wants the chicken artifact. Otherwise we'll sell it. We should probably go back to the island sometime. Oh, look at that. Haley just wants a diamond. Yeah, sure. Diamonds are easy to come by. Sorry, Evelyn. I was hoping you weren't looking. I know. I haven't learnt from last time. Ooh, a field snack. Who wants a snack that fell out of a trash can? Yeah, maybe we'll go to the Skull Cavern and see if we can get hold of a diamond. I do. I don't want to say anything judgmental. I'm trying to be positive and supportive. And if you want to eat a field snack that fell out of a bin, just do it safely. That's me. I'm a snack that came from Oh, Gemini, you're a snack, but you're not a trash snack. No one here is a trash snack. Okay, I'm going to drop a few bits off, and then we're going to go to the Skull Cavern to try and get some diamonds, just to keep Hayley happy. And mostly because she was going to give us good money. Have we still got the fish? Yeah, well, we could do that, I suppose. How long have we got for the diamond? 2 days. Actually, have we got one in storage? I'll have a look. Trash Snack would make a great album. It would. It'd be great for a kind of emo band that's there going, I'm just a trash snack. Which is basically Teenage Dirtbag, but trash snack. Yeah, we have got a diamond in storage. Cool, we'll do that. I'll save effort. Your ma's a trash snack. You can take the snack out of the trash, but you can't take the trash out of the snack, or something. I eat things that have fallen on the floor regularly. We've all had our moments, haven't we? Okay, where's Hayley? Bearing in mind... Oh, there. That's good, because I was about to say, I can't remember which one is Hayley. I like the little tentacles. You feel like you can nervously stroke them. Hey, Hayley. That's exactly what I needed. Hee, I'm so happy. I should just casually saying to somebody, hey, can you get me a diamond? And they do. I need to find those kind of friends. Your mum fell on the floor last night. I called an ambulance. She was fine. Love that emote. Okay, let's try and catch some albacore. This hat, by the way, is very warm, which is fine today, but I have bought it ahead of the summer. I might need to plan accordingly and get some hats that are not quite as hot. Because this hat is going to be amazing in January. That emote basically sums up my personal ballad. Now, chat, it's 1 PM here, and in theory, well, I was texted yesterday that the scaffolding for the roof was going to go up either yesterday or today. It's 1 PM today. Do you think it is actually going to go up today? Or, yeah. Will it? I can't see it. No, yeah, knows what I'm leaning on. Greet them with a hat. Yeah, I'm thinking probably no. I bet you. I'm guessing it's going to be 8 AM Saturday or Sunday morning. Because that feels like something that would happen where they just go, oh, you sleep? Oh, well, no you don't. I tell you that one of those mornings I'm going to be at the gym. So basically, good luck to my mum. My wish for the rest of this year is for scaffolders to turn up to Hallie's house. Thank you, Hannah. I think that's going to be my wish. I'm going to do my wishes one by one, where it's just... I'm not going to be too ambitious, because, yeah, you know what happens then. Shout out to Hallie's mum. Thank you, Guna. Yeah, my thinking is if a scaffolding goes up, the roof will get done. I mean, obviously, besides the fact the roofers do need scaffolding, do it. My thinking is the roofers have got to pay for the scaffolding, which means they're going to want to get it done fast. They're not going to want to pay extra. Yeah, an albacore laugh. This is slow going. The sex euphemism has completely lost me. What, you mean you haven't done scaffolding in the sexual way? Well, that's very disappointing. I thought you knew everything, Guna. I'm not sure I want my roof worked on. Yeah, I mean, it's a very niche taste to want your roof work done. Basement is generally where people choose, but roof, eh. That's 7? Oh, 8. Okay. After I talk about Grand Theft Auto, I really want to play Grand Theft Auto 5 now. Which is going completely against my plan of not buying any new games. Because I used to own it on my Xbox, and I don't have an Xbox anymore. And I don't think... Well, no, I haven't got it for a PlayStation. I could double check in case it was one of those stupid things I bought and then totally forgot I bought. Because that does feel like something I would do. It's like, you know how Graveyard Keeper was free last week? I thought, oh, I'll get that for free. And then it turned out I already owned it on Steam and I have absolutely no memory of ever buying it. But I obviously did. One more. We nearly got there. I installed GTA 5 a couple of months back just to satisfy an urge to walk from one edge of a map to the other. Yeah, sometimes you just want to do that. And that's my thinking. After the stream, I'm taking a much needed afternoon, evening off. So it might be quite fun to play something like that. I want to try to avoid just playing Slay the Spire 2 for 4 hours straight. Because that keeps being what I play after I've worked and I'm really tired. And it would be quite nice to play something else. One more. We just need one more. Go on, I'm wearing a squid hat. Give me what I want from the sea. That was not what I wanted. I didn't know Graveyard Keeper was free. I don't think there was enough announcements with people across Discord. Hey, we made money. I mean, particularly the amount of Discords I was on, it felt like every day there was at least 5 people going, hey, did you know? Yes, I did, yeah. Oh, it's locked now. What are you doing, Lewis? Are you sneaking off to have your affair? Oh, no, sorry, Willie. Sorry, my bad. You're probably not having an affair with your fish. The local fishing scene got a bit more lively. I might expand my shop stock. Is that a threat or a promise? Also, the best part of Graveyard Keeper was them watching... Let's see if we can shake that bush. No. Drongo play Graveyard Keeper, and I watched it and thought, yeah, that's not for me. That looks really annoying. And I think in part it looked like a very hard game to stream because you can't pause for dialogue. But also it had some weird little things where I thought, I don't think I have the patience for this. But on the other hand, it's free, so I might at some point. Sad I missed Drongo's GK crash. He crashed out hard. Agency. Okay, well, we'll see if Gunther wants it. Sell the rest of the diamonds. I like money, chat. Yeah, I don't like the look of it. No, it's... Yeah, it just... I mean, particularly that genre, there are so many other games. I mean, besides this, obviously, everyone played it to death other than me. But there's so many choices. It's not like there's any shortages. I've noticed, annoyingly, sitting like this is doing the sore bit that I pulled at the gym, wonders. Starting to feel my shoulders are there going, no, we need to lean back, and I can't lean back because I need to support the lower back. That's not ideal. I don't mind Graveyard Keeper, but you do have to have a lot of motivation to keep playing, which isn't that fun. Hopefully it won't be so bad with the new one. Yeah, hopefully the new one fixes all the mistakes from the old one. Okay, I got rid of a cushion. Let's see. Oh, the chair feels so big now. Okay. I have a vague fear that GK2 is going to have anti-woke there. Ooh, could it? I'm a bit worried it'll have AI. Because a lot of games are getting very... we'll just buy, we'll just get AI to do that in... Yeah, it's possible. Because I know earlier I checked my emails and I got offered a code for a game, but I'm not going to name, because it turned out it's not hiding the AI. I just looked at the Steam page and then went, oh, okay. But yeah, it looked kind of interesting, and I thought, oh, I might get the code. And then I realised it's got a lot of AI in it, and I thought, nah, just no. But at least it is one that openly declares it on Steam, because I don't think they all do that. Oh no, Guna saying stuff in Spanish. Quick, Aurora. English and only chat, please. I only remember 2 words in Spanish. Queso, because that's cheese. And guapo, because that's handsome. That's all I got. Quick, ban me. This is your chance. we time out. Well, actually, no, we don't. We would just delete that. So, sorry. It's not enough. We're on a strict avoiding the banning or timing out of people, unless they truly deserve it. Don't test that, Guna. It'd be so conflicting if the person who gifted the most subs was also then ended up the most toxic. Hey guys, how you all doing? You having a nice time in the barn? Good job. Been more already, but you're not toxic, Guna. There was a time I remember on Spoofy stream, somebody upgraded tier 2. And then one of the mods, it wasn't me, one of the mods accidentally banned them. And then it was about, as in they upgraded to tier 2, and then about 2 minutes later it was, wait, why is so-and-so banned? And it was because somebody pressed the wrong button. But it was a bit, oh, yeah, thank you for the upgrade, ban. Banned after 99 subs, so close to greatness and yet so far. Guna's a Guna, but they're not toxic. Exactly. Yeah, but we all, yeah, as a group, we all apologised while quietly laughing, because, yeah, they were fine with it. It was just the timing was just amazing.
Thank you Guna of 1k for gifting a sub to Farting Butthole.
Guna of on a cave gifted Farting Butthole a subscription. Guna of on a cave gifted a tier 1 sub to Farting Butthole. They have given 100 gift subs in the channel.
What a way to gain a new badge. Thank you, Guna. Thank you for the gift sub to Farting Butthole. Guna, you got a new badge. I think. You get a new badge at 100, right? You better. Thank you, Guna. Okay, let's go see Demetrius. I sold everything I could have given for anyone's birthday, but never mind. We'll give Robin something. I like my current one. Well, tough. You got a green one now. You got VIP. You've got the coveted first. We don't actually have many people who are eligible for the first badge coming back, which an insecure me would worry about, but it's probably fine. I'm like a North Korean general. Don't be Goonie, you might die mysteriously if you start expressing opinions. What do we get? We got ancient seeds. I'm a recipe for ancient seeds. Well, what do we... I think that's going to be useful for that Jojo Mart business, but what do we need to do to make ancient seeds? Huh? Ingredients, 1 ancient seed. Okay, so to make an ancient seed, we need an ancient seed. I wish I'd rework the founder system. Almost all of my founders are people who haven't even been on Twitch in years. Yeah. I mean, you can manually remove people, can't you? But that feels awkward, because then what happens if they come back? Because I was thinking about this the other day, of thinking, if somebody has a founder badge and say hasn't been on a stream in a year, I would say it's kind of fair to think, well, yeah, that's it. Because ultimately you want the founder badges to go to people that are still around. Not necessarily all the time, but a little bit. Oh, I'm sure you can, Gemini. I'm sure it's in one of the options. Hey, friendly kin. I'm so sorry if this compliment be bad, but you remind me of the people from Discord, from the Falls Guild in Ankh-Morpork, and Pratchett's books always cheer me up, because he believed in a just world. Oh, that's lovely, friendly kin. I like that idea. I'd love to be told I'm like Pratchett. Yeah, me too. But I'm sure you can remove that. Hold on. Twitch remove found. I'm sure you can. Yeah, there we go. If you go into channel analytics and then view details on the subscribers, yeah, you can get rid of them, and then it reassigns the badge to the next eligible person. But you can never re-give them a founder's badge. So it's a tricky one morally, but you can, yeah. Analytics, but yeah, you can indeed. So you could do that, but I also kind of know what you mean, because it feels, for me, I think it would have to be somebody who had really gone away for a long time. There's no, maybe it's a recent thing. Yeah, friendly kin, I love that idea. That's, yeah. And I hope you're doing okay. We were going to get something for Robin. What do you think Robin would like? But now we'll exchange that prize ticket. Try my best. Hope you're well too. I'm okay, thank you. Tweaked my back at the gym, but it happened. Oh, I say it happened. This is the first time I've ever injured myself at the gym, so I'm taking it as a win. Because, as we all know, I'm at the gym a lot, so it was about due. We've learned stuff about fishing. We didn't need to learn stuff about fishing. We already knew everything about fishing. Never mind. So yeah, birthday present for Robin. Well, I just fish or something. Everyone likes fish, right? Tiger trout. That sounds like a cool fish. You're like a tiger trout. Doing some stretching after walking. Oh, that's nice. I hope Sim had a nice walk. What with the back tweak, I think I need to do more stretching. I'm not a very flexible person. Which feels like the start of a punchline with a whole load of people going, yeah, you're not flexible, you never back down to anything. But no, I'm not. You're soaked, I am. Yeah, I need to work a bit on flexibility. Oh, it's for my birthday. Thanks. Oh. Well, I took a shot. Not every birthday gift can be the best. While I'm here, would you like a berry, Demetrius? Thank you, this is a very interesting specimen. What about you? Oh, that's for me. I'll just put it over here. Oh. Well, we spread a tiny bit of joy. A tiny, tiny, tiny... Oh, wrong way. Bitch. Never mind. I heard many things, hunted none, thanks for fuzzy cat. That was a surprise, Haku. I don't know how that goes, but yeah, it sounds nice. Definitely a bit of poetry. I'm so sore. I foolishly underestimated how steep this mountain was and brought my camera tripod and all my lenses up the mountain, in addition to my clothes and bait. Ooh, yeah, that sounds heavy going. A mountain, I mean, I haven't climbed an actual mountain, but I know it's like to climb a lot of very steep hills. They can be deceptive. But where I live, everything is hilly, which is why I don't tend to run around my actual local area, because it is just hills upon hills. I stopped counting after 1,500 stairs. Ooh. Sorry. Yeah, it's a lot of stairs. Next time you go later. Yeah, maybe carry a little bit. I say that, what? Is there anything you could cut back on, Gemini? I do love that you have a proper camera. I've always wanted a proper camera. I've never quite been in a position to justify it. Because I know I probably wouldn't use it as much as I would like to, but I know when I use it, it'll be really good. If you see what I mean. What should we do on this rainy day? We could go down the mines, I guess. We haven't. Shall we give it a go? Have we got any? We could make some bombs. I feel like bombs are pretty much essential to the skull cavern. Iron ore and coal. Where we've stored it. On button. Okay, ooh, drop off coal. Understandable, especially since phone cameras have gotten so good. But yeah, because it's always for convenience. But then on the other hand, I would love to be that person who kind of experiments with sort of different camera settings and yeah, does it properly, I guess, is really what I'm getting at. It's not going to be a full run, so it doesn't matter if we're carrying some extra stuff. Oh, we missed the bus, didn't we? Nope, cool. Oh yeah, damn it. Never mind then, tomorrow we'll do it. I always forget that the bus stops at 5, which is such a small town mentality. And I say that as somebody who lives in a small town where, yeah, the buses stop running. What do you mean? You want to go somewhere at 6 PM? Well, no. We'll do a bit of chopping up then. Actually, we could go look for some more blackberries to make some wine. That might be an idea. We're having a moment of ADHD brain of what do we do with this period of time? I don't know. Too many options. What if you can make wine out of mushrooms? Not well is probably the answer. Hey, that's a good find. I'm always happy when eating wild food. Thank you. Told you. Linus is very easily pleased. Oh, maybe we can make plum wine. We even go for old school first. Yeah. I'm gonna need to go get some Angie out, and I like to slay heretic. No worries, friend. Go chill. Mushroom wine reminds me of playing Exile 2 back in the day. I don't know Exile 2. I'm intrigued though. I always became good friends with Linus because I just give him stuff. Yeah, Linus is very easily pleased. I feel I would be suspicious of anyone who didn't make good friends with Linus. I'm saying it now, yeah. Because it seems like a very easy friendship to develop. It should be the moment for somebody to go analytical and go, so, you only like friendships that are easy, Hallie? No, but also kind of. You get too much wood. Oh, imagine how many walleyes we could have caught. I mean, we don't need to anymore. I don't have to have nightmares about walleyes anymore. Bravo, I want to share what we can as best we can. Away, yeah, no worries, Gemini. It was lovely to see you. Posture check indeed. Thank you. But yeah, I hope your travels continue to be good. And don't worry if you don't quite get to do as much as you like. It's probably, I can imagine going to somewhere that exciting. The fear of missing out must be huge, but don't let it detract from just enjoying the moment. Which is easier said than done, and I'm a total hypocrite, but it's an important one. But yeah, take care. And make sure you get plenty of rest too. So eventually we're going to clear the woods, but it's just kind of what I do when I got a bit of spare time. Or crucially, a spare bit of energy. Which feels like Spoon's Brigade check-in of, yeah, I've got a bit of spare energy. We're going to do that thing we've been putting off for months. I have to admit, my energy is starting to get a bit low. I was doing okay. And now I'm starting to get a little bit tired. It's been a busy morning. Also, I think admittedly doing my back in tired me a bit. You appear to have something on your head. I do, James. It is a rainbow squid. It is very warm, which is fine today. Could be interesting in the summer. How are you doing? How's your week going? How's your day going? Still, yeah, we're okay. We're okay till 2. Okay, we'll head back now. Aside from almost burning her. Oh, I did see. Yeah, that plug looked bad. And I've dealt with electrical woes this year, but touch wood, I have not had something that bad happen. That looked stressful. That looked like here is how to have some sleepless nights for a bit. I hope it's sorted now. Right, let's get some kip. I think the socket may be slightly, yeah, just a little bit. Weird for, I mean, from my very basic experience, I'm surprised the fuse board didn't trip. Because mine is so sensitive. Mine is sensitive enough that if I put frozen bread in the toaster and then don't specifically press the defrost setting, it will trip the electrics. Which is really annoying, but on the other hand, at least it's paranoid. Not sorted yet. Parts arrived. Ah, okay. At least you're nearly there. The bookseller is in town. Should we go see the bookseller? Surprised me too, but I don't think it was an electrical surge which would trigger the fuses. I think it was a bad connection. Yeah, that would make sense. Because when we got the downstairs of a house rewired, they also happen to come across and discover that there's basically some kind of old wiring upstairs that doesn't need rewiring, but it needs replacing because it's something to do with it's got a kind of rubber exterior, and the rubber is very prone to snapping because it's old and degraded. And yeah, the risk there is it'll basically cause a little fire and it won't trip anything when it does. That's getting replaced hopefully Wednesday. Because they were a bit, well, you know, it shouldn't happen, but it could happen, and then you're left thinking, I don't really want my house burning down, so I'll get that sorted. No comment. Because it's always that risk of, I mean, in the case of that, it's right next to wooden floorboards, so then it's a bit, so that won't go well. Wooden floorboards are right outside my bedroom too. So basically, if I vanish at some point, you know what got me. To be frank, you don't even want a little fire in your house. I speak from experience. Well, thank you for the Gigantify, Becky. Thank you. I hope work's not too bad for you. Thank you for your lurk. Take care. And thank you for Gigantify. It's very sweet of you. No worries, Measure. Have a good shower and a good sleep, and I will see you soon. Take care. Yeah, James, during the pandemic, we had our cooker catch fire. It was something to do with basically the grill fan didn't kick in, and the grill wasn't shut, but for whatever reason, basically it caught fire. That caused so much smoke. You don't realise how much smoke there's going to be until it happens. And it was fine, you know, nobody got hurt. It was just a really smoky house for a few days, and the fire brigade were great. And to their credit, because the kitchen, next door to the kitchen, is where the guinea pigs live, the firefighters were actually really worried about the guinea pigs and whether they'd got any smoke inhalation. And they were actually ready to, you know, come up with solutions if they had, but they were fine. But yeah, it was unsettling. You don't realise quite how fast a fire can develop. Until, you know, you think you do. It's not quite the same as when it actually happens. Our kitchen had a lot of smellies, but yeah, not nice. Yeah, I remember our house, we had to have the windows open for days to clear air. Also, we didn't have a cooker, which was a pain because it was during the lockdown and it took forever to get a new one. Don't know if there was a shortage of cookers. I don't know if a whole load of people that got stuck indoors for the lockdown went, let's order a new cooker. But I think so. I'm more concerned why our smoke alarm didn't go off. Ooh, yeah. So we have 2 new ones arrived. Oh, yeah, that's a good plan. Because, yeah, that's a bit... That's not reassuring, is it? Yeah, because I've made sure with the potentially dodgy wiring, I've left the smoke alarm next to it. To give me a little bit of kind of reassurance. We have ads kicking in any moment. I'm going to keep playing, because I don't need a break right this second. But thank you for your patience. We're going to run for 3 minutes, and then that's going to be it for an hour. So thank you. I'm going to give a duck feather to someone. I don't know who. Some lucky person is Gonna get a duck feather. Also, we might yet go to the skull cavern. The damn things go off when you cook the slightest thing, but actual emergency was like, nah, that's okay. Yeah, that's not good. And they do go off at the slightest thing, don't they? Yeah, I've found that. You're cooking something with a lot of oil. Yeah, you're gonna die. Where did I get from a spam call? That's again. Give a duck feather to someone feeling down. I like that idea. I shall. Who do we need to make friends with? I don't mean to make that sound as manipulative as I just made it sound, but that'd be quack as he would. I didn't realise we had full hearts with Marnie. How about we give a duck feather to Demetrius? He's kind of weird, but we're nearly maximum friends with him. I'm a nice person. I'm not as manipulative as I just made that sound. Oh, could we give it to Krobus? Nah, I know. I think I'm going to focus on maxing out the people at the top, and then we'll work our way down. You feeling down was about a duck feather in your pants. Surely that duck feather will be a little soft. Actually, what happened to the community centre now it's finished? Surprisingly little. I went to a lot of effort to do that. Guys, why aren't you all here? Some of the townsfolk are wary of strangers. You'll have to win their trust before they open up to you. Just be persistent and you'll get through to them. I don't... persistent feels a little bit creepy. When do you get to barbecue a gentleman? No, Guna. No, we do not barbecue Junos here. Not unless you go the Jojo Mart route. Then you might. Hey there. Can you get out of the way? I'm trying to leave. Get out of the way. There we go. I'm just looking for Demetrius. Don't mind me. Have you explored the mines much? I've heard you can find some useful materials there. Okay, well he's not there. We'll actually look at the map. Where is... oh, he's up there. Probably staring at a bush. Yeah, have a duck feather. That was very thoughtful of you. Was it though? I think it went up. I forgot to check. It's moved in my seat and my back does feel a little bit... oh, question mark. Okay. Yeah, I think after the stream I'm gonna shower and I'm just gonna point the shower head at my back. I reckon that'll work. Welcome back from ads, everyone. Linus, where have you gone? You can't have gone far. We're very antisocial. Oh, he's gone up to a spa. Cutscene. We have another cutscene today. Yeah, Hallie, I've been waiting for you. You must have been waiting a hell of a long time. Have I ever told you I used to be married? No, we don't really know each other that well, Wizard. It's strange, I know, for a man like me, but it's true. My wife and I were together for many years until... until I made a mistake that drove her away. What did he do? Her anger and envy were so intense that she turned green and began flying around the countryside, cursing everything in her path. I'll admit I didn't expect this angle. When I found out, I sealed this passage to her home, fearing an innocent villager might fall prey to her dark magic. Okay, so first of all, you angered your wife and made her very envious and jealous, and then you didn't like her reaction, so you locked her up? Is that what... I hate when that happens. He told her he was putting their savings into NFTs. I want to hear her side of the story. Yeah, concerned ape is sus. Yeah. I need to hear her side. But now it must be unsealed, for when we separated, she took my magic ink. This is a very toxic relationship. I need that magic ink back. Look at the face! I would do this myself, but I can't see her again. That's why I need your help. Wait, why can't you see her again? Have you got a restraining order? Am I doing your dirty work here? In order to unseal this passage, you'll need a dark talisman. Talk to Krobus in the sewer. He should know where to find one. Oh, okay. I will help you because I want to progress in the game, but I'm not happy with this. I'm counting on you. If you can retrieve my magic ink, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Now go. Oh. I want to hear both sides. Because, yeah, bit sussy. Anyway, Linus, have a mushroom. Better go see Krobus then. Wasn't expecting this. Chat, thank you for being here while I negotiate new things in the game. I'm sure at times you are there quietly thinking, why doesn't she go here, the idiot? So thank you for your patience without kind of going, why don't you go here, you idiot? Oh, we're going to go to a bookseller, so we'll do that and then we'll go see Krobus. We've overdone. Maru is nothing. We just need to get past Maru. She was just in my way. If we see her again, she can have a blackberry. The only thing we really need is combat. We are good for money, so we can do that. How far are we? 561. Nearly. I want to go for a date on top of a ruined Joja Mart. That sounds like a very Final Fantasy VII thing to do. Just immediately thinking of the bit in the playground with Tifa and Cloud. That is what they would do. Might be a bit of a niche reference for some people, but that is immediately where my head went. Hey Maru, I didn't find anything in the bin, so would you like a blackberry? Oh, I'll just put it over there. Oh. I mean, I tried. None of these people are very polite when they get something they don't want, are they? I have spent my entire life managing to lie when I get something bad for my birthday. And if somebody just randomly gave me a gift because it was a Monday, I would fake that. Now that you mention it, I did have one in my possession not too long ago. Unfortunately, I dropped it while exploring that tunnel in my Falcon. Oh, not another place for us to die. Things started heating up in there, so I left in a hurry and sealed the entrance. You seem pretty sturdy though. I'll open it back up for you. Just be careful, okay? Oh no, we're gonna die. We're gonna die somewhere new. No worries, Guna. Lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for getting to 100 subs. That's huge. Yeah, have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Ooh, this looks interesting. Ooh, a lot of bugs. Ooh. That was an experience. Can we smash these up? No. Okay. Suppose we don't really need to go that way, do we? Got him. Oh, thank you for my algae soup. I bet it is delicious. It's not gonna be, is it? Oh, is this gonna be the Dark Talisman? That was a lot easier than I expected. Covered in bug slime. Well, of course. That was nowhere near as hard as I thought it would be. Which makes me nervous. Do you think we should tell Krobus? Yeah, but algae soup is amazing. Oh, he doesn't care. Ah, him. Oh, we've been meaning by that star drop, haven't we? Here we go. Lovely little energy boost. Maximum energy level has increased. Yay, good job, me. So, I assume we need to go back to the wizard, or do we need to go back to the top? Might try at the top. Fair play to Stardew. Every time I feel like I've seen most of what it has to offer, something else unlocks. Do you wish I'd picked up Spoofy the horse, though? Keep forgetting about her. I like that, but yeah, it's good. Nice amount of pacing to it, where it's... I mean, obviously at the start it throws a little bit too much at you to make you a bit, oh god, where do I begin? But then after that, it's nice and balanced. Just a nice steady trickle of new stuff. Yeah, I was right. Okay. And go in and get killed really easily. Oh. Okay. Oh, hey, green guy. Oh, a henchman. Human. You want to pass? I'm sorry, this is private property. Goblin problem. There's a goblin blocking the path to the witch's hut. There must be some way to get him to move. Perhaps I should seek out more information on goblins. Oh. Interesting. I started a new save of this last night, so I can play on my Steam. Ooh, good idea. Although, you can't... Can you add mods on the Steam Deck version? Or is it fiddly? It's a private place, Jezza. But somebody hid their ex-wife in. Might not be morally okay, but it is what it is. Okay, tomorrow we need to go find some people that know stuff about goblins. I was wondering at myself, I'm not sure if you get... Yeah, that'll be annoying. There must be a way. I bet it is an annoyingly fiddly way, but I bet there is a way. Yeah, there you go. You probably can, but I bet that, yeah. I'd be tempted to learn, because I would like to play it on the Steam Deck. I would also like it if fishing was easier. Not so fussed about the other mods, but fishing. Actually, do we want my rice shoots? I don't know, really. Yeah, let me know what you find out. There probably is something. What do you have to do with the fishing? Is it more like a mashing? Kind of, but you basically... Sorry, just put my watch back on. It has a bar that moves up and down, and then you have to make sure you're mashing in a way that means you're within that bar. And then the tricky part is it can jerk about a lot. If it was just solely mashing, that'll be fine, but it's trying to adapt. So I don't particularly enjoy it. I'd be okay with just button mashing. But it's picky. Having said that, I should probably just practice. But I think I stuck with it for about 20 hours or so, and then I thought, no, I'm going to have a mod. I was going to say if it was mashing, you could have applied a turbo to the button press, but it sounds more complicated. Yeah, it is annoyingly complicated. Hold on. The hat. The hat was taking out my headphones. It's quite a heavy hat. But yeah, the timing, also, the rarer the fish, from what I found, the more exact you have to be with the button taps. And it kind of jerks about a lot more. It's a weird one. So I think, chat, we are going to leave that here for one day, because my back could do a bit of a stretch. And it's been a lot of fun, but I do feel a little bit broken. I'm a big fan of turbo binds and mashing games. I personally don't see the point in giving myself RSA. When I played Metal Gear Solid as a kid, I can't remember what the thing was, but there's something where button mashing was everything. I saved up and bought a controller specifically because it had a turbo. And yeah, I think that's a good plan. This hat is amazing, but it's such a warm hat. I'm going to remember it in the winter. At some point, somebody's going to request it in August. I'm going to melt. Oh, yeah, it's when you're being tortured and you have to mash to stay alive. Yeah, I was terrible at that until I got a cheap turbo controller. And I needed a second controller anyway, so it worked out. I remember it was blue. Blue and slightly see-through. Not fully see-through, but just a little bit. I wonder if I've still got it. But yeah, we're going to call it a little bit early so I can stretch my back. I'm going to go for a walk and see if... I think that's going to ease it a bit. It's not too bad, it's just... Well, no, it is. It's starting to bother me a bit. It might become tired more than anything. But Saturday, I'm going to be back. Should actually be playing some Super Battle Golf with a bunch of people. So hopefully I'll be streaming that. And then Monday is going to be the special stream. Monday is going to be the affiliate anniversary stream. And I think we're probably going to have crowd control Minecraft. We're also going to have stickers I'm going to stick on my face. So that'll be fun. Yeah, we got guinea pig themed stickers. We've also got some dreaded bean boozles. So there's going to be a few bits and pieces. So yeah, it'll be a busy old time. Hoping Saturday we might get back to some more Stardew actually, because I quite like to see what's going on with the goblins. But yeah, if you're not already part of the Discord, the new schedule will be up sometime at the weekend. But the key thing is, Saturday stream, Monday stream. Monday is going to be a special affiliate anniversary, so that should be good fun. Funny enough, you also need a specific third-party controller, as the game could detect a lot of turbo controllers and you die instantly even if... Ooh, okay, I had no idea that. I must have got so lucky as a kid because I got the right one. Bean boozles. Perhaps my luck will improve and you get a horrible flavour. Sorry, Hallie, I'm evil. I mean, it's how it should be done. I reckon, given I've been very lucky, it's probably going to be I'm a celebrity style level of horrors now. It's probably just going to be... I still haven't had rotten egg. Rotten egg makes me nervous. And I haven't had it yet. And I think it's coming. But yeah, anyway. So thank you all. We're going to raid over to somebody. Thank you, Jezza and Hannah and J. Luz and everyone else who's been here. Thank you, Guna, for the gift subs. and also Mystic Imagination for the raid, and Biobecky for Gigantify. Kangaroo ear flavoured. Oh god, yeah. Let's get some raid messages up. Top one is for subscribers, bottom one is for followers. Weirdly, I'm not actually starving, which makes me nervous because I'm generally a bit, why am I not hungry? But maybe I haven't actually ate properly. I did have a bagel before the stream, so that might have helped a ton. Who shall we head over to? That wasn't meant to be a sigh, that was just a tired... I think... We're not raided in a little bit, that's the other thing. Have we raided them recently? No? Okay. Oh, I got options. I think we're going to head over to Miss Adams. I really like Miss Adams streams. They're usually very chill. She's playing some Windrose. I've seen a little bit of Windrose, the spoofy was playing yesterday. It's a nice kind of crafting game with quite a hefty chunk of Souls-like combat, which is quite the combination, I think you'll agree. Oh, thank you for a resub, Jezza. That's still it. There's something weird going on, Jezza. Every time you resub, it doesn't pop up on my activity feed, and I don't know why. But thank you for the resub. Always appreciated. So yeah, I'm going to head over to Miss Adams. She's lovely. Please do come along if you can. And I'm going to be back on Saturday. For some fun multiplayer games. Yeah, so I think that's kind of it. Have a good rest of your week. I'm going to have a chill afternoon, and then tomorrow I'm going to knuckle down to work. But that means come Saturday, I will only have one 2,000 word article left, so I'm nearly there. I'm getting there. But anyway, see you all soon. Take care. Have a good one.